right, good morning, folks. Here I am in the boat. I had to move prematurely this morning. There was rain again, but the rain is what the cause was. There was some wind coming out of the southwest, and it was coming right into the little cove that I was in, causing the boat to roll and rock and roll, I should say, and it was causing it to beat against the rocks a little bit. Not severely, but it was very uncomfortable. I didn't sleep well last night. And on top of that, discovered that there's a mouse on board. And then what was worse, I set 2 traps in the middle of the night, put peanut butter on it, fresh peanut butter, figured that would be a sure thing because they love peanut butter, at least that's what I thought. But he completely ignored the 2 traps. They're still set and not one has gone off. He seemed to be just completely focused on my trash can, which you can't get into anyway because it's a closed canister. So I've sent a little text off to my folks at Leisure Island Boats, houseboats, to see if they have some ideas, because maybe up in this neck of the woods they don't like peanut butter. I don't know what the deal is, but the mouse is not the same as the one I had on here before, which I called Chubby. He was a pretty healthy field mouse. This one looked more like a house mouse. It didn't look like a true field mouse. And it seemed to me he was kind of trap savvy is the way I describe it. I think he knew what that trap was and he doesn't want to touch it. He's maybe experienced one before. Who knows? Anyway, the rocking and rolling made me get out of Dodge, so to speak. I was in the middle of my morning Bible study and I cut it short because I had to get out and take down the solar panels, and I had the kayak up on shore drying out from yesterday because the sun finally came out in the afternoon. Unfortunately, I had to retrieve that too and hook it up, and then it was kind of drizzling. Fortunately, it stopped enough. I was able to package everything up, get away from the shore without getting wet. I didn't have to put on all my rain gear, which I hate to do because you get so sweaty inside that kind of gear. I moved down the lake, checked another spot out. It was my goal that I set yesterday, about 4.5 miles away. But I got down there and I knew the winds are supposed to go from southwest to northwest during the night tonight. And I looked at it and I thought it's just too exposed to the northwest, so I moved on to where I'm currently at, went about another 2 miles or so. This place is fairly well protected from the southwest wind that's currently blowing, and will also be good protection for the northwest wind tonight. It's a little bit more shaded, so if there is any sun this afternoon that they forecast are supposed to come, but still it's fairly dreary right now. It's misting. All morning has been rain on and off, real light, nothing heavy, and it's been blowing about 12 to 15 miles an hour on the wind side of it. So anyway, I just finished up my study and reading and prayer time, and now I'm thinking of maybe making some hot chocolate, throw in a little Bailey's just for the fun of it. It's a little way too early for dinner, and I'm not really hungry enough right now to have any lunch. I don't usually eat lunch anyway, but sometimes when I do an early move like that, I will, because I get hungry. But today, for some reason, I'm not hungry, and I've got to come up with some kind of a way to trap these mice, or the one mouse actually. He woke me up along with all of the rocking and rolling. He might have been messing around for several nights, but last night was the first time I heard him rummaging and trying to get into the bin here. I couldn't find any chew marks, but it sounded like he was trying to chew his way in. And it is starting to smell a little bit. I've had the same garbage bag here for, today's day 8 of the trip, but day 10 from home. It's probably getting a little crusty. Tomorrow's my halfway, so I think I'll change the bag tomorrow. But I hate to put that in the bilge too if I've got a mouse on board, because he'll just eat right through the plastic. So I'm a little hesitant to make that change until I get this beast trapped. I set 2 traps. Like I said, he just ignored them. So today it's at least for the morning and early part of the afternoon, it looks like I'm mostly going to be reading inside because it's not very pleasant outside at all. Anyway, that's an update on where I'm at. Sorry I didn't get much in the way of pictures this morning. I got out there underway, went to turn on my Osmo Action, and battery's dead. So, there you go. It was working the last time I filmed, and but it just stopped all of a sudden. So those are the things that happen. So I didn't get any film this morning other than what you're seeing right now. No pictures. I'll try to get up and do something on the site here if it dries out a little bit. So there you go. That's an update on where we're at, and we'll get back at you later. All right, folks, do a little filming here of the site here. I ended up coming in kind of in some rain, so see what the site looks like here. The sun has come out again. It's looking a little better, but it's still got a little cloud cover in the sky. This is just from the bow of the boat here. Still not clear. It was supposed to be pretty much sunny at this hour, and it's kind of partially right now. So, all right, we'll walk up on the top here and take a few more shots of the surrounding area. Quite a few camps, or I should say tent sites around here. There's one back in there. So I think the canoeists have probably used it a little bit. We'll walk back here a little ways and check it out. Oh yeah, there's even a biffy here. They said that some of them have biffies. Yeah, it looks like there's even more sites back in here. Well, there's wood back here. So if I was not lazy, I could come back here and cut up some of this wood. And looks like there's plenty here to use. There's some down wood there and all around here. And then here's the biffy I was talking about right there. Got a little box up there. If I came back in here, I could probably, plenty of kindling, could have a fire. I may stay an extra night if the weather, but I don't have really good sun here. But tomorrow's supposed to rain all day again anyway, so. We'll go up here. Nice big old pine there. Quite a bit of wind out there. Still blowing pretty good. Next couple days there's going to be quite a bit of wind. And I think my little cove here should work out based on wind direction that they're forecasting. They've screwed that up before too, so. Well, let's walk back, and so we'll go back. I want to show you these big pines here. Nice big majestic pines. Everything's so moist, it's kind of wet in the woods here. Yeah, I may come back. I don't know if I'll do it tonight, but usually that's the sort of thing I do in the daytime, not at night. So, our little head behind me there. Little cleaning table, and then the boat set up with the panels to the west, but unfortunately I'm covered by trees here. This is not a very good spot for the sun. Good for the wind, not the sun. And that's quite often the case, is you just can't find a good, here's a little cove behind the site here that kind of protects it. Well, I'll go down here where the tie-up was and better watch my step. There's the boat. I got double bow line today to keep the bow steady because there's a little bit of roll coming around the corner there, and I want to make sure that the bow stays put. Took the cover off yesterday and I didn't put it back on, so after drying out my boat it's probably wet again. That little post with a red bottle on it over there I think might be a portage into a lake there, but there's no way to know unless I go over there with the kayak. I'm not going to do that today. Go back up this path. It's a steep one here. It's hard to get up. Man, for an old man, it's tough to do. Well, conditions are looking up this evening. Unfortunately, I don't get this blue sky until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's hard to get much benefit solar-wise that late in the day. I'm hoping I get some, but the trees are shading me more than I thought. I thought I was a little better lined up for the sun, but I'm not. So that's the way it goes. Do what you can. Talk to you later.